Don't hate me, but here's the truth about the prequels. They rock, and they always have.
It's over, Anakin. I have the high ground. You underestimate my power.
Today is day 4 out of 365 of reviewing every movie from every ticket stub I've saved since 2004. Today's movie is Star Wars 3 as printed on my ticket, or Revenge of the Sith. I've been looking forward to this one. This movie was directed by George Lucas, stars Ewan McGregor, Hayden Christensen, Natalie Portman, Samuel L. Jackson's in there too, Ian McDermott. This is the good Star Wars, guys. This is the good Star Wars. I think the prequels got a lot of undue hate. I think that the burgeoning technology around CGI and some of George Lucas's choices around doing that, and his choices in this business in general, have always brought a kind of questioning eye, I think. But the prequels themselves, as movies, without all the stuff around them, I think are absolutely like hard rock. That they are so punk. They are so representative of the stories that we need to learn and tell, especially as like we look at the political climate right now. They become really, really important, I think. So I'm going to wax a little poetic about my personal history with Star Wars in this review. My review as a kid for this movie would have been 10 stars, just through the roof. I would have absolutely been enthralled with this movie. I remember specifically being in the theater and being so caught up in the final duel, not knowing where the story can go. And I had seen Star Wars. I was aware of the chronology and the things that were going to happen, but it was still in my heart watching two people that are good fighting each other. That was hard to watch, especially as a young kid, because you got to think, I was 9 when Phantom Menace hit theaters, and that was a seminal experience for me. I'm the same age as Jake Lloyd watching this movie about a good-hearted kid who's shown to do good in his world and to want good for others. And then Attack of the Clones comes along, and this guy's hanging out with the Jedi, and he's doing flips, and he's getting all the bad bitches, and that was cool to watch as a kid, and to have emoted myself onto him. And then to get to this movie, to get to Revenge of the Sith, and to watch the descent into Vader, that's hard, because there's an egoic journey that I was facing down that I wasn't recognizing at the time. And looking back now, it used to be that the prequels made Darth Vader weaker, because Anakin's kind of a chump in Attack of the Clones, and even more chumpy, I think, in a movie where he turns to the dark side without expressing his feelings in a healthy way. But, he's been drafted into this religious cult functionally, and that spoke to me a lot as I left the church in my early 20s, around the age that Anakin would have been dealing with some of his most turmoil emotions. And so I relate heavily with the character. But now, as we look at a world that is facing down real fascism, I'm so impressed by the slow march from Anakin in Phantom Menace, who felt fear, into Anakin in Attack of the Clones, who felt hate, and Anakin in Revenge of the Sith, who felt suffering, and all of those things leading him to the dark side. Darth Vader is space Hitler. We can't get around that. That is absolutely text for us to witness. And if you feel that
I hate sand, it's coarse, it's rough, it gets everywhere,
I get it. That's cringe. Because the people who turn into Hitler are cringe. I'm not talking about the kind of cringe you should clear out of your heart to exist on TikTok. I'm talking about deep insecurity. And it's so easy to get lost in the woods talking about Star Wars. Making this a personal review is the way to go for this one. To me, it gives Darth Vader humanity, to be able to look at a good person sinking into their feelings. And he's rescued by those same feelings. Luke doesn't talk logic into Darth Vader to get him to turn to the light side. He emotes the man back. He pulls him back through his feelings, and through an action that evokes feelings. Instead of just bringing his feelings to the surface, he forced a point for Anakin to, and I'm saying Anakin talking about Darth Vader in the 6th movie, because that's at its core who this character is, and Darth Vader is a mask. and Darth Vader gets to stay cool within that mask, in my opinion. I don't think it makes the moments in the Obi-Wan series or the moments in Rogue One any weaker to have a Darth Vader that is fleshed out more. But I really think the exploration into Anakin and his descent is apt for a world where we have so many broken men dealing with insecurity issues. And I'm speaking from experience as someone that has dealt with insecurity my whole life. I can relate a lot to it. Where we differ is killing younglings. I think that's an easy line. Sorry, Anakin's kind of a dumb shit. I'm just saying. Like, that's an easy line. It's easy. And I'm talking about other things politically right now and not Star Wars. As always, check out my Letterboxd review for this movie. I'm sure I've reviewed this one before. I'm going to put another review just for the OFAD in for this one. Leave a comment and let me know what your journey with Star Wars has been like. Your personal journey. I don't care about the lore. I don't care about wider Star Wars. When and where has it affected you personally? And if you want to know what's next on the list, it's on the Patreon. I'll let you know today. It's Batman Begins tomorrow. Batman after Star Wars? And I just talked about Batman a lot on the Joel Schumacher's Fan of the Opera episode, which you should check out. We have a podcast incoming as well. That's only over on the Patreon, so you have to go over there to check that out. In the meantime, I'll see you tomorrow.